From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Evening News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting conservatives are up in arms over the fact that Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, a Democrat, appointed a trans rights supporter to the state's LGBTQ plus advisory board. Kellen MacBeth, the founder and president of LGBTQ plus advocacy group Equality Arlington, has a long history of pushing gender transitions for minors, according to right-wing outlet The Washington Free Beacon. Equality Arlington advocates for the rights of trans and non-binary students and has spoken out against the Trump administration's anti-trans policies. MacBeth also wrote a letter advocating for best practice gender-affirming care for trans youth. This year, Equality Arlington also launched the Arlington Trans Youth Quilt Project, for which trans kids ages 5 through 19 created quilt squares to answer the question, what does freedom to be mean to me? The group also advocates for discrimination policies that protect LGBTQ plus people, especially trans people. The Free Beacon wrote that MacBeth's appointment proves Spanberger's embrace of left-wing gender activism and claimed it contradicts the rhetoric Spanberger offered on the issue while campaigning as a moderate Democrat. The publication pointed to the fact that Spanberger said she believes the issue of trans kids in sports should be addressed by schools on a case-by-case basis rather than relying on the state or federal governments to enact sweeping legislation. During the Free Beacon's view of Spanberger's moderate campaign, her GOP opponent, Winsome Earl Sears, repeatedly accused Spanberger of being obsessed with trans rights. That seems more like what Earl Sears is obsessed with. Earl Sears ran multiple ads attacking Spanberger for her support of trans rights. One could equally have run ads condemning Earl Sears for not supporting them. One of the ads ended with a slogan reminiscent of the 2024 presidential campaign saying that Spanberger is for they, them, not for us. Nah, it's not true. Spanberger's for all pronouns, morons. The ad cited Spanberger's vote in Congress for the Equality Act, which would ban anti-LGBTQ plus discrimination at the federal level, and falsely said that it would allow men in girls' sports, bathrooms, and locker rooms. School sports are not addressed in the Equality Act. Moreover, no Democrat supports adult men joining girls' sports teams. They generally want trans girls to have access to the same education, including sports education, as cis girls do. Another ad accused Spanberger of wanting to, quote, let children change genders without telling their parents, end quote. A reference to the fact that many on the left believe that schools should let kids tell their parents they are LGBTQ plus on their own instead of mandating that teachers report their students' identities to their parents, which can put students in danger. It really angers me to hear these lies about who I am. Spanberger responded at the time, I believe we need to get politics out of our schools and trust parents and local communities. Throughout the campaign, Spanberger maintained her belief in equality for all Virginians, but did not allow Earl Sears to force her focus to focus exclusively on trans rights over other issues important to Virginians. The Free Beacon slammed Spanberger for appointing others to the board who have a record of left-wing activism. Virginia's LGBTQ plus advisory board consists of 26 members, including 21 non-legislative citizen members, at least 15 of whom must identify as LGBTQ plus. The current board contains several conservatives appointed by the virulently anti-LGBTQ plus former governor, Glenn Youngkin. That's the News Blast for this hour. The PEP Radio YouTube channel has news updates throughout the day. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you find streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.